Welcome back to the channel, guys. Cesare here, and I'm back with another one. I just checked out The Last of Us episode 2. It's called Infected, and wow, guys. Wow. Talk about delivering. I mean, this episode starts off and it gives us a little backstory as to the origin of how this happened, guys. I mean, if you play the games, they don't really dive into where it started, how it started, and to see them dive into that in this episode is absolutely amazing, guys. And as you would expect, guys, it's very devastating how it's told. And the scene where the doctor goes in and opens up and finds out it comes from a human bite. That is scary, guys. And the fact that they open up the patient's mouth and the cordyceps is alive and well, guys. And that's a devastating way to open the show, guys. If you think about last week's episode where they were talking to the doctors, this just makes it feel more real. And that's what I loved about the episode, guys. If you start off an episode like that, you have everybody's attention as to what happens next. Then we go back to Joel, Ellie, and Tess, and whew, talk about stress. My stress levels was very high, guys. I mean, I've played a game. In the game, it is tense and it creates an atmosphere. But because you are the player, you always feel like you are in control, And watching a TV show, it's different, guys. And the way the narrative plays out here, it's similar to the video game, guys. And them going into the museum, that's a brilliant scene, guys. We get our first full look at clickers, which everybody knows if you have played a game. That's a one-hit kill in the game. So that just made the atmosphere more tense. And wow, guys, that was the way this was filmed. As you can see, this episode was directed by Neil Druckmann, director of the game. And I wouldn't say it's directed like it's the video game, but you can see elements, parts of it is similar to how you would play the game. That level of quietness, and you have to be quiet, don't make any sounds, which is also stealth, which is a big part of the video game, guys. But oh, guys, that ending. The ending is very different from what happens in the video game. A few soldiers show up when they finally arrive at the building, and that's how Tess meets her demise by sacrificing herself, and she's more prepared and shows that she's a powerful character. Just on the other hand, guys, it's more devastating. It's scary because it's the infected that are now running to the building, and it still so happens that Tess sacrifices herself in an act of bravery, but this is scarier because you feel the fear, you can see the fear in Tessa's eyes as that scene comes to an end. And whew, talk about emotional element and character building here, guys. I just feel like this is gonna be a debate that's gonna rage on for a long time between the dynamics between the video game and the TV show. But I personally feel, from what I've watched from the TV show, what happens in the TV show is it's more devastating, guys. It feels real. It feels the stakes feel higher than as opposed to the video game, which it should be. That means the show is amazing, guys. The show is brilliant. I mean, Neil Druckmann, Craig Mazin, they are delivering when it comes to The Last of Us, guys. You guys can comment down below. Let me know what you think of this week's episode. Whew. What an episode, guys. Ellie, Joel, I can't wait to see what happens next week, guys. And the fact that I have to wait for 7 days is just as devastating as what happened to Tess. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, guys. Let's grow a community, guys, where we can have a back and forth, discuss everything entertainment. And like Jay-Z said, it's only entertainment.